All right, we are going to introduce you to a lifelong artist. He also suffers from depression, and he's using art as a form of therapy.
Yeah, we sent Good Day Wake Up anchor Tashani Whitlow to check it out. Investigative reporter, a little I-Team report, and this is really not only a cool therapy, but some good-looking stuff.
Absolutely amazing. And the fact that he does this all by hand with just a tufting gun, we'll explain what tufting is.
Okay.
But he's a lifelong artist, as you mentioned. He's only been tufting for 2 years. Just recently started selling his work 4 months ago and already had a residency in the mayor's house. So let's talk about the artist, Charlie Serotoff. He found a way to work with his hands and also keep his mind clear. And now he's sharing his story to inspire others.
I take very challenging, like I said, mental health issues, or in a lot of cases, existential emotional experiences that we all have, and I make an attempt to come up with a visual for them.
For as long as Charlie Serotoff can remember, he's been connected to art.
I've always found a sense of flow in the creative process, so I've always gravitated towards it. This has been the first medium that I've found that really combines graphic, but it's also sculptural. What you might have a hard time seeing unless you're very up close is that each of the individual panels of a rug or yarn or color are hand sculpted, that I use the clippers in order to give them a certain shape and depth. And so for me, it very much satisfies this like tactile need to work with my hands to create, with this other like need to create these like beautifully visual compositions.
Charlie, who has spent the last 20 years in tech, building and designing software as a product manager, suffers from depression and found comfort in tufting 2 years ago.
I found it to be incredibly therapeutic, almost as a form of like art therapy.
Tufting is a textile art that uses a tufting gun to punch yarn through fabric, blending design, therapy, and craftsmanship to turn personal stories into colorful, textured works of art.
Last November, I started taking concepts from my own personal mental health journey and then creating visualizations as a way for me to process those very challenging and confronting things about myself.
This piece is called Feelings Aren't Facts. It represents a job loss can shake your confidence, but not your strength.
She is like powerful, planted, stoic, present, staring forward, rooted into the ground, while what's a representation of like overwhelming feelings, the red and white kind of circles gravitating around her head are trying to overwhelm her, but she's not really like paying those any mind, not paying them any heed. The one on the left is called Magical Thinking. Now, this is probably one of my most abstract pieces, if not the most abstract piece. And it's magical thinking, for people who aren't aware, is representative of the idea of manifesting possibility.
The design process can take a day or it can take a month.
So I'm partially red-green colorblind. And a big reason that I gravitate towards these incredibly bold colors and high contrast is because, well, it's a lot easier for me to see. And I can only imagine what it must look like to others.
Blending his love of art and tech, he created a 5-second animation that brings his vibrant work to life, creating a space where people can connect and feel seen.
I want to continue making art that makes people feel a little less alone, and I really want to encourage people to find outlets and mediums, especially in the art therapy sector, that can help them with their mental health journey as well.
And so how about this? As beautiful as those pieces are, we actually have 2 of those pieces right here in the studio. Let's open it up wide. We got Kurt and Rosanna here to show you some of Charlie's pieces. Now this one here, this is called Bliss. This is about us taking in those moments, those experiences. For instance, like right now, me talking to you, not worrying about everything else I have going on, but just being in the moment and having an experience.
How is it possible with tufting you can get this kind of emotion?
It's
Do you know what I mean?
amazing.
It's
I get
not
it.
one-dimensional.
No,
it's not at all.
And it's like something, I mean, obviously the rugs, but you can't put that on the floor. It's got to hang on the wall, because as soon as people walk in, it creates a conversation.
Totally. I said to him, I have folks taking off their shoes for my Wayfair rug. There is no way I'm going to have somebody step on this rug. But just beautiful pieces. And that one there is called Replicant Dreams. It's just about capturing those different pieces of us, the parts that we may not like, but then realizing it makes a beautiful picture at the end, because it makes us who we are, embracing all of us.
I don't know if you know the answer. You said he's only been doing this for 4 months.
2 years.
Well,
So we've
2
been doing
years,
this mode of
but selling it for
artistry
4 months.
For
Does he
selling
have
for
a
4
lot
months.
of artworks that, and how do you find it?
So he has, thank you, Kurt. We almost forgot. This is the whole point of this. So he has a show tomorrow. If you want to check out his pieces tomorrow, the show will be taking place at he'll be showcasing his art. Let me get this together. Studio 260 NYC in Midtown. It's going down tomorrow, 3 to 8.
All right.
So you can check out the pieces in person.
Beautiful.
They
Love it.
really are.
Thank you.
Thank you for introducing them to us.
All right, let's talk